Hey, everybody. For those of you that don't know us, we are Rano and Sierra, the creators of Rockstar, the relationship, which is coming up in
Couple weeks.
yeah, it's right around the corner. We're getting super excited.
Very, very excited. We have an incredible lineup of amazing, iconic humans and couples and facilitators and speakers. It's incredible. And today we are here with Katie Phillips, who I have known for many, many years. She is amazing, the author of Daring and Mighty, and she has helped single women and regular women that are in relationships transform regular old women and fantastic women transform their relationships with themselves, because if you are not daring and mighty inside, and you're not willing to stretch yourself and move into the new parts of yourself, you're just going to be stagnant, stuck, and wondering why the world is not working for you. And so I've had the pleasure of being in her company for many, many years, and she's just an extraordinary human. So welcome. Hi, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I love you guys. I love how busy I feel in your energy. So so good. Yeah, great. I can't wait for your event. 2 weeks. Oh my God.
It's here already.
It's here already. So yeah, and we have so much planned, including your amazing workshop. And I'd love to hear. Well, I know you want to share a little bit about you two's history, because there's some magic in there. And then I'd love for you to share a little teaser of what's to come for your workshop.
Yeah. So actually, Rono, I was just thinking about it. I'm pretty sure we met 10 years ago.
That seems ridiculously long ago, and that's probably correct, because I keep thinking everything's last year, but it's like that 10 years.
But I don't think you've aged a day, by the way.
Thank you.
I have definitely aged. But yeah, we met because I was single and needing coaching support to help me become the vibrational match for the kind of guy I wanted to spend my life with. And I'd been single for 8 years at that point. So yeah, I was very ready, raring to go to meet my person. And you helped me on that journey. In fact, I hired 2 coaches at the time to help me on that journey. I was so like, I'm all in. Like, I don't do anything by half. I'm like, daring and mighty, let's do this.
Nice. Definitely.
Yeah. So that was beautiful. And actually, you guys have both come into my community more than once, I think, to work with some of my clients.
Yep.
Because after meeting James, because we've got our 9-year anniversary coming up.
Well, then you've definitely been.
It might even be 12 years then.
Yeah. In fact, in August, it's our 9-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Anniversary.
Month of love for us. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. And but meeting him was like, it was all about doing the inner work so that my outer world was a reflection of what was going on internally. And then, of course, that, as you two know, that never ever stops. You meet your person, and then I actually think the inner work goes to a whole other level. Right?
Yep, that's the common misnomer in relationships. Like, oh, I found my person. Now it's finally easy. It's like great. They call it the honeymoon phase for a reason, because it's kind of like a baby at first. Like, you're like, oh my God, it's going to be great to have a baby, and then you have to raise this kid the rest of your life. Yeah. And like, oh, I have the honeymoon phase of my relationship. Now you have to be in the relationship for the rest of your life. And so, like, how do you make that work?
Oh, yeah. That's a new initiation.
It totally is. So, yeah, it's always about who you are becoming. So it's that personal work. Who am I becoming, so that I can have the kind of relationship I want? And that my relationship with James, who we're now married, that evolves year on year on year. So I'm constantly evolving internally. So is he, and so are we together to have the relationship stand the test of time. And I say the test of time, it's only been 9 years. I get it. It's not like we've been.
That's still time, though.
And that's still.
It is still time. And historically, I do 5 years. Like, that was my max before I met James. So I'm like.
Yeah, you 4 years past that. Exactly, doing awesome. And you passed the 7-year itch.
Yeah, I think mine historically were like 3 at most, and so.
Yeah. But it's a constant. I've come to discover, not just in my own work, but the work with my clients, it's a constant, not reinvention of your identity and who you are, because who we are is who we are on a soul level. Like, we know who we are, but our soul is always expanding and wanting more. So it's like, who do I need to become to step into what my soul wants next? And in terms of relationship, it's like we want our relationship to be more and more and more every year. And we're creating more adventures together every year, and we're just always expanding. So it's, who do I need to become to hold that vibration, to be a match for that vibration, you know?
Yeah. Go for it. One of the things that I have recognized with Sierra and I in the becoming of more of ourselves is that there's a couple different mental constructs that I vacillate. There we go. Between. And one of them is like, how do I become that thing? Another is, how do I clear out the muck that's covering over the thing that I already am, like you mentioned, so that that can, oh, look at this. I had no idea there's this giant well filled with water that could nourish all my plants underneath all this muck. And I've been like thirsty for years, and it's been inside me all this time. And then there's this other part of it, which is the motivation to be different. So I'm like, how do I become this? How do I uncover the part of it? And where's the motivation in me to have the energy to do those things? At least for me, as the male half of this relationship. What do you find in becoming or finding yourself? Or because I know it's very different for you. We're very different people, even though we're very similar in a lot of ways.
Well, for me, I think you spoke to it too. There's a lot of sort of becoming, and then when you get in relationship, you can become a lot more like your partner or create habits or behaviors that in one hand can serve because they become you think of the two of you as one in a lot of things, but also that can cause an enmeshment, which we have discovered. We like to joke that we're consciously codependent at times with our relationship.
Consciously codependent with you.
Right. And then it's important for me, right? Exactly. And then I get resentful, or I start to feel like I'm doing more for him or for us than I am for me. And then, that doesn't ever bode well in relationship.
Not a great identity to have for
No,
either of
it's
us.
not a great identity. I need to reclaim the parts of me that you fell in love with in the first place, that were independent and beautifully independent, and that was attractive to you and me. Get to remember who I was and that, my own power dynamics. And so for me, it's a little bit of unbecoming the spots that I have fallen into and reclaiming, which you kind of talked about, the parts of myself that were just so badass that I don't always get to share or shine as much because I just leave it to you to do or something like that.
Right. And we do have this tendency too, because we work together, play together, sleep together, eat together, all the stuff together all the time, because we're in business together,
very together.
That we're working on how do we both shine brightly regardless of the other person, but also not punch the person in the face as we're, stretching out our arms, but also not limit each other. It's a real tricky thing, this whole identity. Like, how do we be? Because we have a relationship identity too, besides just our individual identities.
Totally, totally. So the workshop I'm going to be running, which is called Daring and Mighty Love, Rewrite Your Identity, Recode Your Relationships. And that workshop is for the individual. It's for women, actually, this one, because I think you've got a guy doing a workshop for the men, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm taking on the women, and it is for the individual. So it's about you. It's not about your relationship identity. It's about your identity and being like, it's a real opportunity to really come home to yourself and recalibrate and tap into again, because we forget to, like, who am I? What do I want? How am I showing up in love? Whether you're single or in a relationship, but how am I showing up? What do I really desire? Where am I out of alignment with what I really want? And what do I need to step into and embrace and embody to have the kind of relationship I want? So it's very much that personal coming home to self journey. And it is taking a cold, hard look at what's not working, because we need safe space to do that. It's rare that we do that. right? And so this is going to
Hmm.
be a very, very safe space to really take a look at what's not working, where do I feel out of alignment, and what do I really want, and who is the woman that can have that, that has the capacity for that, that can hold that, who will give herself permission to receive that. Like that's really what we're going to be doing in this workshop. So
Mm. Mm.
yeah, it'll be a really safe space, a very sacred space. We'll be doing visualization, some meditation, there'll be some movement, there'll be some sisterhood connection in kind of breakout spaces, there'll be journaling, there'll be declarations and vows being made. So yeah,
Ooh.
All
juicy.
the things. It's
Oh,
fun.
Yeah.
so good. You said something very important in there. A lot of important things actually, and each one of those little experiences that you're going to weave into that workshop are all like you could teach a whole master class or a workshop on each one, right? Like there's also important. And what struck me in what you said is this idea of giving ourselves permission,
Mm.
because we as women especially, we have a hard time. I know this because I've been in women's empowerment for 20 some odd years, and women don't always give ourselves not only the time to figure out what it is that we want, and as you said, who do we need to be to have that, or what is the pathway to create that, and we don't give ourselves the permission. Right? It's almost like we just need the sisterhood and somebody that can see us outside of ourselves that says, look, permission granted. Now give it to yourself.
Yes. And that permission, and I love this because that's what this workshop is. That permission, I see it visually as it kind of cracks open a door to what's possible for you until you're really honest. Because giving yourself permission can take a lot of courage, right? It's brave to do that because we don't know what's going to have to change, and the unknown is scary. We don't really want to leap into that. But it's the giving yourself permission, like really acknowledging the desires of your heart and soul
Mm.
and saying, it's okay for me to want that. And I'm going to declare it in front of other people. I'm going to be witnessed in it. I don't know how. I don't know how to be this new identity person. I don't know how yet. But this workshop cracks open the door, and it's,
Mm.
it's an energetic shift because as soon as you give yourself that permission and you're clear, because that's the key, you're going to get so much clarity
Mm.
on who you are and what you want next, that the door is open.
Mm.
And then what can come through and
Mm.
what begins happening, how life starts to kind of shift around you. That's
Mm.
then that's yeah. But it starts with cracking open the door.
Hey,
Right.
mama to that. Hey, mama to that. And I love for everybody that's watching this right now, the importance of being in any type of relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship or even a relationship with friends or family, the piece of really mastering your sovereignty, who you be in that is essential. And in many of the interviews that we have been, talking to these incredible couples, that has been a through line throughout this entire
Yeah.
series about the importance of this work. And so we're giving you an opportunity to practice in a loving, safe, sacred space as women in a women only container, which is so important. It
Yep.
is it is a nutrient that all women need. And I know it, I know women crave that and they desire that. And there's a reason. And so we're so happy to have you, Katie, to bring this very important piece to this weekend experience and to offer such loving space for women to step into with you.
Thank you. And what else is happening that weekend? So they get to see my workshop, but what else?
Yeah.
Yes, so many
There's so
things.
many amazing things. So, on identity as well, Sierra and I are leading something around your coupleship brand, which
Mhm.
is this almost the exact same thing you're doing, but it really is about like what is the identity of your coupleship and how that informs and impacts what you're doing in your life. And most people don't even think about it. They're just like, well, we're in a relationship. This is what we look like. But when you pay attention to what you're actually doing and creating and how
Transmitting.
people are responding to you,
Mhm.
you actually start to recognize, oh, wow, I didn't realize as a couple we're constantly throwing out this message or this message. we don't want that, or we want that. We want to increase how much we're doing that. So when you actually really look at it, and we do it from the lens of the coupleship brand, because so much of our work is from the inside out, like your work is from the inside out too, that we tried to do something a little bit different from the outside in. And so it's really exciting to see what that process, when you look at it from what do we want to look like? How do we want to be received? How do we want others to, what are you going to say?
Well, I would say that the big piece in the coupleship brand, just because when you hear brand, people might be thinking, oh, business brand or something, but this is the idea of Rockstar's relationship, everything we do for Rockstars and for the Eden World community that we steward is about how can we be better role models for ourselves? Like, how can we actually step into relationship in a new way and very intentionally, very conscientiously? And then how can that inspire others? And so creating this idea of your coupleship brand is what is it that you want your coupleship energy to portray? And you said it so beautifully, Katie. You feel fizzy in our presence, right? And that is right on brand for us. That is what we have heard a lot. I love the word fizzy. That's so great. But we've heard from other people how much people light up in our presence or feel so energized in our presence. And that is part of our coupleship brand.
And it's not necessarily something that we're doing deep work on to be more fizzy.
We're naming it and claiming it.
Correct.
And we're doing the work between us so that we can continually emit that energy.
The energy is clean between us.
Exactly.
Yeah. In order to feel that, you have to feel safe. You have to, in this relationship. So go ahead.
Yeah. No, I can't remember what I was going to say now. I just love that. I know that James and I are going to come to that workshop for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was I going to say about that? I don't know. You guys
I'm sure it was brilliant.
Well, thank you. And if I didn't have perimenopause, I'd remember.
I know. We should probably brought in an expert on that.
Next time.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, it's going to be.
Well, I'll say, you would ask the question, what else? So that's a good example of what else. But I want to say to everybody, this is a whole weekend experience. And if you can't make every session, we get it.
If you can only make one, that's fine.
Exactly.
It's free to come.
Exactly. It's free to come, and you can pick and choose what it is that feels most aligned or what just fits in your schedule. We don't want to scare you off with, oh, I can spend 3 days in front of the Zooms or whatever. If you come for one day, if you come for one session, you are going to get so much value out of it. And of course, we want you to come for the whole experience. We have a highly curated, very beautiful experience ready for you as either a single or a couple. Even if you can't come with your partner, we call you solo riders. Please do come. You're going to learn a ton. You're going to be connected with some of the most awesome people on the planet who are dedicated to up-leveling the way that they do relationship. And that is, we believe, one of the most important things that we can...
The data shows. Regardless of even us believing it, that's what the data shows. So.
That's what I was going to say.
All right.
This thing about having the brand piece that you're talking about with your relationship, it's that as you were speaking, I was feeling the impact on the planet of that.
Yeah.
Like that consciousness that you're bringing to your relationship, and then how that ripples out as a legacy. You know, like that's, that's so important. That's so important.
Yeah, well said. And if anybody watching is like, I never thought of my relationship like this, or I never thought about how I could get into a relationship and have that context. We do believe that relationship sits at the center of all of human creation. And when we get into it, eyes wide open and willing to do the sovereignty work, the unity work, the community work, the humanity work, it is a legacy in and of itself. And even if you don't choose to be in business with your partner or anything like that, but you choose to build a life, have your dreams together, have children together, those are all important pieces of the legacy, and how you relate to one another impacts what that legacy gets to live on beyond.
Totally. So when is this? When's the festival?
August 8th, 9th, and 10th. And we've got stuff all day for everyone. And we've got DJs and performers and all sorts of fun things. So like literally you're like, I don't care about any of this growth stuff. I just want to go and hang out at the party. Great, come to the party. That's awesome. And if you're like, I don't really want to stay up late and dance all night long and listen to DJs, that's fine. come to her workshop, come to our workshop, come to the other workshops. We've got many authors that are going to be presenting that are just incredible.
Yeah,
We have
really professional, amazing people who are super experts. And I want to be clear, this is online. So we're making it sound like it's this, festival, and it is a festival, but it's an online festival. So you can tune in from the comfort of your home.
you can dial in while you're driving
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly. You can take us on a walk with you. You can invite friends over and have a little watch party together and make it more dynamic for yourselves. However you want to do it, we encourage you to just show up. You will walk away feeling something amazingly different and empowered about this experience.
That's such a good idea. I now already have couples in mind that we could dial in together. Like, we wouldn't better
Yeah.
be in a room together, but we
Yeah.
could
It's
dial
so
in.
fun
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It really is.
Especially for the Epic Date Night and the Friday night Rockstar's show and tell. It's even more fun because then you can get to really like be in a party energy with beautiful, amazing content to empower you. And you get to do the exercises
Oh,
together,
great.
you dance together, connect together, laugh together, all the fun things.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to definitely invite some friends to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
And like our long-term community members, we call them regionals, and they're constantly getting couples together because it's so much fun. And then
Better
the
together.
big signature thing too, the Epic Date Night, we'll just quickly plug that. It stands for erotic, playful, intimate, creative, epic. And it's this particular formula that Sierra and I have we created over the years of our relationship. We've been together for
Keep it sexy, hot, connected, and close.
Yep. And also to manifest our heart's desires and create the life that we want with ourselves in a date night. And it's so much fun. And it's like,
And so-
people are like, this is the best thing ever. We have testimonials out the wazoo of how transformative this epic date night is. And we're also going to teach you how to do one of those.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna guide you. It's very highly experiential. This
Yeah.
is not a sit and watch kind of thing. This is a highly experiential, immersive experience. Every workshop, every session.
you'll forget that you're on Zoom because
Yeah.
it's so much fun. So,
Exactly.
Very good. Oh my
Cool.
gosh, so good. Well, I'm excited because I'm going to be running my workshop and taking part in the whole weekend. So, and James is as well. We were talking about it on our walk this weekend. We're like, right, going to be a juicy weekend.
it's going to be so much fun. Yeah. We're excited to have you both as well.
And that's the coolest thing. You get to hang out, all you people watching, you get to come hang out with the rock stars, right? This is an opportunity to hobnob with all of us. And
Yeah,
Connect.
totally. Yeah, totally. That's really cool. Okay, great. Can't wait.
Awesome.
Can't
Well,
wait.
thank you, Katie. Again, we're so inspired by your work and all the growth and transformation that you've created over these past 10, 15, 20, your whole life years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And being able to pass it on to so many other women, that's been the amazing thing. So
Yeah.
great.
Such a
Great.
gift.
All right. Well,
Yay.
we'll see you all there August 8th, 9th,
Yeah.
and 10th. Go get your free ticket to attend, and we look forward to seeing you
Check
all.
the link below.
See you soon.